This is Tasha Deshawn, and I would either like to welcome you or welcome you back to my channel. And in this video, I will be creating a DIY of the popular African Pride pre-shampoo that's trending all over social media. And y'all, believe it or not, this is my very first time cutting a aloe vera plant. Usually I'll use the pure aloe vera juice in all of my handmade products. So if it looks like I don't know what I'm doing, then you are right. I don't. Just look at how I tried to peel that paper off. You know what? We're gonna get through this. And believe it or not, or as you can tell, that I do not do knives. But after cutting the sharp ends, I then soak it into water. And on most of the videos that I've seen, they will usually soak theirs for about 30 minutes. I had too many other things to do, so I soaked mine overnight, which is perfectly fine. And now I begin to cut the skin off on each side. And y'all see how careful I'm trying to be? I told y'all I don't do knives. And yes, I use them when I cook, but your girl be too nervous. Leave a comment at the bottom if you're anything like me and you don't too much fool with knives, or if you even know someone that don't, because I know good and well I'm not the only one. But if I am, then that's fine. I'll be the only one. It's no biggie. Just thought I'd share with y'all one of my fears. It's not like y'all wasn't gonna see it anyways. But at this point, I'm using one of my lab spoons to scrape the rest of the aloe vera gel off, because I'm pretty sure that the ones that are not new to my channel pretty much know me by now, and you know I ain't leaving nothing behind. This is how I am off camera, so why not be this way while I'm on camera? But anywho, let me talk a little bit about this African Pride pre-poo. And from the little information that I dug up, it says that their pre-poo treatment uses the nourishing power of coconut water to soften, condition, and detangle natural coils and curls. So say goodbye to knots and hello to an easier hair care routine. Well, for those of you that are new to my channel and don't know that I haven't used any store-bought products since 2018. I've been making my own DIY hair growth products for 7 years, along with having my hair care line for that same amount of time that I temporarily closed down a few months ago. And ever since then, I've been on here teaching you guys how to create your own, just so you all can experience long, strong, healthy hair as well. Now look how beautiful, thick, and juicy that piece is. I've watched plenty of aloe vera videos, and I've never seen anyone take the time out to slowly show you how amazing that this looks. I can't wait to apply this to my hair. And speaking of hair, applying the pre-poo while detangling will lubricate your hair, which will make removing the knots and tangles easier. It helps soften dirt and debris on hair fibers so that it slides off easier during the washing process. And plus, it helps reduce crackling and damaging to the hair cuticles. So on a lot of these African Pride videos, I've seen so many people that were amazed at how soft their hair really come out to be once they applied it to their hair strands. While it detangled their strands, it made it much more manageable for them to run their fingers through their hair. And since so many people been bragging about it, I said I might as well make it for myself, because my hair is pretty thick at the roots, in the middle part, and it tangles up real bad. On the directions of their bottle, it says that you should apply it to dry hair, and that's what I'm going to do with my DIY as well. So it shows that I got about 8 ounces of the gel, and now I'll be adding coconut milk, because your girl didn't have any coconut water at the time. But then I later decided to go to the store and grab the can. Now you remember when I said that this is my first time trying this DIY? Well, as far as the measurements, I used about 2 ounces of the coconut milk, which in my book was too much, because when I put it in the blender, the consistency turned out to be too loose. But then again, I believe it was the blender. The first time I blended it, I used the neutral bullet. And on the second time, I used a generic blender, or should I say one that doesn't have a popular name brand. And although it's not about the brand, I just believe that the one with the higher speed made the consistency much more looser. Remember, when creating your DIY, you can put your own little spin to it by adding whatever ingredients that your hair likes. So while watching a lot of videos of different people applying the African Pride, I noticed that the consistency had somewhat of a gooey, slimy effect while applying it to their hair. So I said, there may be some flaxseed gel added. So I googled it and looked on the back of the jar, but nowhere did I see any flaxseed. Or maybe it's because I don't have on any glasses, so I'm kind of straining just to see. But I really don't think it has it. But it's okay, because mine will, because flax seeds can be a beneficial addition to a hair care routine, particularly for for individuals with dry, damaged, or curly hair. It is known for its hydrating and moisturizing properties thanks to the omega-3 fatty acids and mucilage found in the flax seeds. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of us know that it helps define curls, reduce frizz, and even promotes hair growth, along with all of the other ingredients that I'm adding. So if you notice that at this point I am pretty much winging it, and it looks like I shouldn't have never added any more extra liquid, but it's okay because I will be adding something extra in it to thicken it up just a little bit. So here I am blending it for the second time, and the consistency came out a little bit better than the first one. So while blending it, I decided to make a little bit more of the flaxseed gel by adding a little bit more water to the old flaxseed, which can be used at least a couple of times. Now I'm adding the mixture that I blended together as I pull out my good old handy dandy xanthan gum. So while using the xanthan gum, please make sure that you only add a little bit in the beginning. Then mix it up to see how good of a consistency that you get. If you add too much, then it's going to turn out super thick and you really ain't gonna know what to do with it. But if that happens, then add extra water or aloe vera juice or even rose water, but pour it little by little along with blending it just to get the ideal consistency that you need. So I finally got off my butt and went to the store and grabbed the coconut water. And again, no, I'm not using any measurements, but I'm just pouring a little bit of coconut water and a little bit of xanthan gum because my pre-poo is still a little bit on the looser side. And remember that I told y'all that this is my first time making this, but all I know is that I want it to be to the closest consistency as it is with the African Pride pre-poo. So now I'm adding my glycerin, which I decided to use only a top full, and I also added Germaben Plus, which is a natural preservative that allows you to not have to refrigerate it, which gives it a longer shelf life. But if you don't have Germaben, then you can use Optifin Plus. But if you don't have either, then you can go under Amazon and type in preservative and pick one of your choice. But be sure to read the reviews first, because this stuff is too good and too beneficial for the hair for it to be going rancid. And did I mention that guar gum and xanthan gum is on the back of the ingredients of the African Pride jar? But for those who do not know, guar gum and xanthan gum are both food additives used as thickeners and emulsifiers. And although they are the same, they also have different origins and uses. But when it comes down to hair, I would typically grab whichever one that I can get my hands on the quickest. So I end up making a second one. This one was the first one, and this is the second one. And it has more of a looser consistency, but I'm gonna let her choose which one she wants to use. So the thicker is going to make your curls more, what's the word? You're gonna get more definition. Okay. So she chose the thicker one. Now this can be used as a, you gotta put it in the camera. What are you doing? So, you know you're supposed to do like different spots, but your hair's so short.
Right. Ain't no such thing as different spots. They see the before. See that.
This basically can be used as a pre-poo, or it can be used as a curl cream.
It stretch a lot.
Mm-hmm. Girl, I didn't know your hair was that long.
Itchy girl.
Okay, that's all you're gonna use. Put it on the dry spot right there so they can see it. So it gives you good curl definition. You still got some on the front?
No, my front just like that.
No, you got some white on the front of your
It's
hair.
okay.
Okay.
It'll be all right. Trying to rub it out through.
So I know y'all just heard my smoke detector. I'm not gonna be like all the other people that's on social media. I will be changing the battery.
Nah, I will be changing the battery.
Kind of cut your hair uneven.
I know.
It's too smoke detector. What? Can you get the word
Is
out?
it curling or I'm curling it going?
It's curly. Oh, your hair do just like mine. It's so fine in the middle, it look like you ain't got no hair there. But it is where that license stylist had ripped my lock out. And it still look like it's kind of, you know, thin, but it's not. Go, turn back around, because I had my finger in this spot. Ooh, wee. So basically, as you see, that I do not go by measurements. And one thing you have to learn is that if you go by measurements on somebody else's video and your hair is more of like a 4C texture, her hair is more like a 3B, 3C or something. Could be 4A in there too. But if you go by measurements, then that is when you are not going to get the right consistency that you want for yourself or for your hair texture. So by all means, when you are making this pre-poo or slash curling custard cream or whatever you want to call it, play around with it. Like put a little xanthan gum in there in the beginning. And then once you look at the consistency and see how it's thickening up, if you feel like you need a little more, then apply a little bit more. Do not sprinkle a whole lot in there because it's going to be super thick. But I did add a preservative, which is the Germaben 2 or Germaben Plus, and that will allow you to keep some shelf life. Now, let me show you again. I call myself what do you call it? What is it called? I call myself mimicking the African Pride. This is the looser consistency, and this is the thicker one, and one just have lesser xanthan gum. So I'm going to apply to my hair as a pre-poo. She's gonna wear hers as a curling cream, right? But you might want to go look at it and define those curls a little bit more. That's why I like taking sections, yeah. Because when you do it as a whole, y'all please don't follow her directions and use it as a whole. See, like how she rubbing it together in her hands. I don't.
You're supposed to do it like this. You dip some, you grab some like this. It doesn't have to be a lot. A little bit goes a long way, guys. And you're gonna rub it in your hands like this, not like this.
Why are you talking like this? That's your corporate voice.
Yes. And then when your hair's gonna be longer than mine, hopefully. Your hair's gonna be longer than mine, and you're gonna take a small section and you're gonna do this slowly.
You're not going slow though.
Oh. And then it's kind of like this.
And see how those curls are defining? And then you let it dry. Do not play around with it after you've applied it to it. Now, if you want your curls to be more defined before finishing up the hairstyle, then by all means, take your fingers and go through it like that if your hair is short. But if your hair is longer, then apply that junk. Then apply it up on your hair and leave it alone. Leave it alone. Because if you manipulate those strands, that is when you are going to get frizz. Your finger's all in the camera.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to define every area.
You gotta put a little bit more over there to the side. Please don't come in my comment section talking about my smoke detector.
I ain't even here. I'm not even paying attention to it to really hear it.
I'm not talking about you.
I know, but I'm telling you, they shouldn't.
So what I do is I make sure that I get in the roots, because you don't need the roots to be frizzy and then the rest of the hair to be tightly.
That mean that product isn't getting to your roots to actually get to the main issue. You know, the main cord. Yeah, so even when you're putting it on that section, before you put it on that section, get you a little bit more. And you're gonna just use my edges for an example. My hair's short again, your hair's gonna be longer, hopefully.
And explain to them, this is how your edges been ever since you've been a baby.
Yeah,
They automatically lay down.
They just lay down like that. Like, even if I raise them up like that, by the time I get back up, they're gonna be back like that.
So her edges is very fine. Mine is semi-fine. Some of you know that your edges are fine like that as well. For those who have very, very thick edges, I just ask you to understand and don't think that.
Yeah. Just make sure you put it on your edges. Like, put it on that too if you want that defined too.
So this can go on men's curly tops, curly fades, little boys curly fades, girls hairdos if you would like them to wear a wash and go or a curly ponytail. Let's see what else. If you just want to apply to their hair and give them some twist ponytails.
2-strand twist.
Yeah, 2-strand twist. This can also be, like I said, a pre-poo. That is what I'm about to use it for.
Is it defined more?
It is very defined, very demure, very mindful. You got something on the side of your face and you got like a Michael Jackson curl hanging in the front.
That's okay.
Okay. Try to shake your hair. She got a little shake. Little shake.
Oh, I see.
Why
it
you
right
always
here.
cut your hair?
Look, I see it right here. This one, guess what? This gonna be the longest one. This is the one that's gonna grow the longest.
Why you always see your hair do like mine? It grows faster at the back.
And I cut the back shorter than the front.
Are
and
you serious?
I promise you. No, I cut the back on purpose, shorter than the front, and just to show that this is gonna grow longer than my front, even though I cut the back shorter. It's already grown. So
Okay,
the stuff I've been putting in my hair every night.
Yeah, you need to go look in the mirror and you need to fix that. You get like pieces sticking up and so I'm down. Yeah. So I don't know if I'm gonna put a picture with it drying because I don't know how she's gonna wear her hair for the day, basically. Are you gonna wear your rear?
Yeah, I ain't putting no wig on.
Okay.
I know we done did all this.
Well, make sure that you, them little straggly pieces from where you didn't cut your hair right.
Is that supposed to get cut?
I wouldn't.
I shouldn't cut them.
It ain't like you,
I'm missing everything, you know?
it's okay. I'm gonna start doing more videos with her showing my growth teas and everything. ASMR. Smashing the curls though. You need to go look at yourself. ASMR. But
Bye.
I will be, hold up. So I will be showing the real curling custard because this is my first time making this. And it does have like the ingredients, coconut milk, coconut. I didn't even see your face until now. The coconut milk, coconut water, and stuff like that. But with my curling custard, it does not give you a white film. We are going to get back with her just to see if it's gonna leave a white film. Remember, I am, for the 5th time, using mine as a pre-poo. This is a, what do you call it? My own African Pride Miracle. What did I call this stuff? Y'all know that stuff. I'm gonna put the picture up there. But let me let her go because she's looking weird. And she still got that little white spot on her face. y'all see that I only got this much of, this much of shedded hair. That is it, man. And a little bit of piece inside of there. But this is all that was left. And that is a 8-ounce jar. Man, do y'all see? And by me making this by hand, that is a little of the xanthan gum that didn't get blended in real good. And I'm pretty sure you're gonna see more. But let me just see if I got some underneath. Remember, I was stating while I was recording my daughter, I was talking about how her hair is very, very fine right up in here, just like mine. Mine has been like that for years. If I could find a picture, I will put it up here. I'm not sure because it's been a couple of years ago when I was wasteland that I recorded the back of my hair while shampooing. So it's no telling, I probably can't find that video. But I just want you guys to see that that stylist did rip my lockout around this area, but my hair has always been fine underneath. And my hair is 3 different textures. So the back underneath the bottom is very loose and fine. The front is very loose. So the back is semi-loose. The front is very, very loose because I remember after big chopping for the second time that I thought that I accumulated heat damage, but around that time I was not applying any heat to my hair. So I was like, is it still a relaxer? And I was like, no, because I hadn't had a relaxer ever since my first big chop. So I started paying more attention to my hair after the second big chop, and that's when I realized that my hair is 3 different textures. Super duper loose in the front, tightly coiled in the middle, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but this stuff right here got it looking like it's not thick, and it also has it looking like it's not tightly coiled. But right up in here is my thickest and tightly coiled hair. So this is where I struggle with detangling. The worst, my hair tangles up very, very, very bad in the roots. And underneath, like I said, is where my curls are loose, but they are not as loose as the front, if that makes sense. So y'all don't have to worry about me going and buying that African Pride pre-poo, because I got it right here, minus the xanthan gum. But if I was to continue to blend, I would have basically made sure that I had all that out of the way, but it's fine. It is perfectly fine. When you are doing your own DIYs, you should be able to expect a couple of flaws. It's not like I have it on the shelf selling it or anything, but y'all, my curls are popping. And you can basically see the real length of my curly natural hair. So since I'm using this as a pre-poo, I will be shampooing it out in a little bit, but I'll be honest, I want to keep it in just a little bit longer. I don't know if I'll keep it in from 30 minutes to an hour. It is perfectly fine to leave this in because it's with all natural ingredients. You saw how I added the flaxseed, which is organic, so it is made with all natural and organic ingredients. And I didn't have to add the coconut milk, but at the time I did not have the coconut water, so I left when I got the coconut water, added that inside. So as far as the looks of it, it is a little bit cloudier than the African Pride's pre-poo, which is totally fine. But if I wanted it to get it 98% close to that look, then all I have to do is just leave out the coconut milk and add the coconut water. But a lot of people do not know that coconut milk for your hair is very, very beneficial. It is full of vitamins and nutrients. But y'all, I just can't get over this. I just want to show y'all that my hair has came a long ways using my DIYs, and that is all that I use in my hair. I don't fool with store-bought products. Haven't fooled with store-bought products since 2018, and like I stated on 1,000,001 of my videos, oh, look at that girl, look at that girl, oh my goodness. That's that part in the middle that was ripped out. So it has really, really grown, because look at the side. This is the back and the side, right? Compared to that piece, it has really, really grown. And then this is the back on the sides. Oh my goodness, so excited. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Man, if y'all are not following me and creating these DIYs along with me, then don't blame me if your hair is not thriving. Remember that your hair grows through your roots, and then your length grows further and further down when you retain the length, meaning that whenever you take care of your ends. And that is the whole purpose of this pre-poo, is for me to take care of my ends. It was no need of me trying to detangle my hair on its own without using this pre-poo. I say that I have 3C4A hair type. I'm not the type of person that goes by hair types though, but for the sake of some people that do go by that, I do mention it sometimes. Just like I do not really go by measurements. I don't know how many videos that y'all will continue to watch where they are showing you measurements of these DIYs that they're creating, but you have to understand that everybody's hair is different. What if you have 4C hair? And what if this cream was a little bit too thin? Remember, I just showed you the other cream to where the consistency is a little bit more slimier. I could have used that for my hair, but I like how the thicker consistency allows my curls to form a little bit better. But like I stated before, that measurements, y'all wasting your time. There's so many people that keep commenting under my other videos asking about measurements, even though I state in a few other of my videos that you do not have to go by measurements. Ignore the dollars, I'm so sorry. But remember that if you are making DIY growth teas, Ayurvedic hair growth sprays, whatever you want to call them, if you are making that, it is no such thing as measurements, because if you put a little bit more than the next person that created their video, as long as you put a moisturizing and a conditioning liquid, then you are not going to harm your hair. You already is boiling it and steeping it in water. So therefore the water dilutes it anyways. But if you want to put a little bit more rosemary than what somebody else put on their video, because you feel like your hair grows slower than that person's hair, then by all means add a little bit more rosemary. Create your own measurements. I'm here to just show you how to make it, not show you how thick you are to have yours. Stop letting these people, and you know, I don't even think it's the people, because I saw another person's video where they were doing question and answering videos, and they even said that the DIYs that they create, that you don't have to go by measurements. So most of the time they don't make their videos with measurements in it as well. I did not start telling y'all that after seeing their video. I started telling y'all that before, and by seeing that person's video was just confirmation. I'm not the only one that's saying it. It's just not many of us that is saying it, that you do not have to go by measurements. If you are doing a DIY that you've seen from my channel and you see where I added shea butter, but shea butter could be a little bit too oily for your hair, but you still want a little bit of a buttering effect without having the greasy feeling, then all you have to do is put lesser shea butter than I put in mine. I'm not even gonna put that much shea butter in mine anyways, because I don't like my whole entire hair strands oily. But remember that if you are a person that has like type 4 hair, meaning like 4C, and you know that your hair is a little bit more drier, you know that your hair is a little bit more thicker, and you want to put a little bit more shea butter because you want more of a creamier feeling, along with adding moisturizing ingredients in it as well, then by all means add a little bit more shea butter in yours. That's just like with oils. You know that if your hair is a little bit more on the thinner side, then you know not to pile a whole bunch of oil in your scalp or on your hair strands. You know that castor oil by itself is a little bit too thick. A lot of these companies that sell their products at the store, and some of them, they sell theirs as a small business online, they are basically bamboozling y'all. I will be doing more videos to where I will be explaining how you can take out one ingredient, or how they be taking out 1, 2, or 3 ingredients, and they will change the name of their product when it's basically the same. Just go in the store one day and open up a couple of their containers. Don't stick your finger in it though. Shake it up if it don't have one of those seal on there, but you'll see what I'm talking about. You can thank me later. Yeah. All right. But yeah, so I've talked y'all ear off enough. I don't want to do a shampoo clip. I really don't. I may turn it into another video. That's what I'll probably do. I probably will record shampooing this out my hair, blow drying, and showing you my length. I don't know if I want to do a silver wrist. That's the only way you'll see my real length. I'm not really sure, but I knew it was something that I had to remember to tell y'all. When I talk to y'all about the measurements, remember that you may end up making more than what you supposed to have made. It is perfectly fine. You don't want to make an 8-ounce jar anyways and then be done with it like how I just did on mine. Basically, depending on the length of your hair. If you have leftover, remember to add a preservative in there to where you don't have to refrigerate it. And then on wash day, the next following week or the next 2 weeks, then you can apply this again and again and again. If you want to share it with friends and family, then you got enough to where you can share it with them and with them and with them, basically. So I don't even want to get off of here. Let me turn around one more time. Oh, I hope y'all can see. Because I don't be aimed in the camera right. I don't be aimed in the camera right. Y'all. Let me see. Get on my tippy toes. Y'all better make your own pre-poo. I hope this video helped you guys out. Make sure that you like this video. If you like it, share it with friends and family. Subscribe to my channel so you can be a part of my community. And most importantly, click that bell notification button to where you'll be the first to be notified whenever I upload more DIYs. All right, you guys have a blessed one.